having a baby soon, or you're in the newborn trenches, this video will save you money, time, and your sanity. These are the essentials that actually got us through the first 9 months with Amelia. And I'll be honest, some of these I thought I didn't need until I was desperate. Let's get into it. Okay, I'm gonna start off with the thing that every mother needs. Every single mother, doesn't matter what situation you are in, you will need diapers and you will need wet wipes. Obviously, everyone knows that. But I'm gonna give you some tips. If you're trying to save some money, I would go for the Rascals diapers. They're the ones from Walmart. Yes, I know, it doesn't sound great, but they're literally amazing. Like, they're the exact same thing as all the Pampers, all the Huggies. That was actually what I was buying when we first had Amelia. I was buying Pampers and Huggies. I was kind of like interchanging them just based on what I liked. I was still getting the feel for the diapers. Then I saw Rachel Vin mention Rascal diapers on YouTube, and I was like, wait, what? Well, if she uses them, like, I mean, I kind of trust her judgment, to be honest. If she thinks they're good, like, that means I probably think they're good. And I tried them out, and they're good. They're great. They're literally, I actually think they're better than Pampers and Huggies, to be entirely honest. I like them better. The only thing I don't like is that they're blue, so if they're wearing anything that's white and a bit sheer, you'll probably see it. Now for wet wipes. I actually have tried the infamous water wipes. I don't know what the hype is about. I really don't get it. I hated those wipes, and I mean hated with a passion. Like, I kept them inside their little baggie that they come in when they sell them to you, and it was impossible to take them out, like one at a time. I don't understand. I really don't understand how people are using these wipes. They're also like kind of thin. They're not that big. They're not good. I don't like them. So after trying all the different wipes brands like Pampers, Huggies, water wipes, aqua sensitive, like everything you can think of, we've basically tried it except Coterie. We've not tried Coterie just because they don't sell them like in store, and I've not like invested the time and effort and money into purchasing online. They seem a bit more premium. But we've tried all the other name brands. My favorite wet wipes are the Pampers Sensitive, and you will actually get a lot of moms saying this. They're amazing. They're thick enough. They're made for sensitive skin. The second most important thing you're gonna have to worry about: bottles and feeding. I actually watched so many videos of people saying that their baby wasn't taking certain bottles. To avoid that problem, I just made sure to have a variety of bottles to see if Amelia liked a certain one or she didn't like a certain one, but luckily she actually liked all of them, thank God. However, I did notice that some bottles were overall easier to hold and some were a little bit harder just based on shape and stuff. And when you're that tired, little things like that make a difference. They really do. Amelia, when she was little, couldn't hold her bottle, but she would attempt to. This is the bottle that I actually used to be able to teach Amelia to hold her bottle. She was doing this at like 5 months. I actually purchased a little silicone slip on Temu. I think you can get them on Amazon though. I'm pretty sure you can get them anywhere. And I kid you not, this was a lifesaver. This actually taught Amelia to drink from her bottle by holding it herself without me having to hold it for her. So I was able to buy myself some time. That way I could do the dishes, I could clean up, I could actually get something done while she was having her milk. That honestly made life a lot better. As ridiculous as that sounds, those 15 minutes made my life pretty good. Pretty freaking good. Now, we did also try the man bottles, and I'm gonna be honest, I actually really did like these bottles. The only reason we didn't stick to them is because the issue I actually had with Amelia was that she has lip tie. So that was the reason why we weren't breastfeeding. Every time she would latch, you would just hear that it doesn't sound like a proper latch. Like, it sounds like she's like smacking. Like, it just wasn't working out. The same problem Amelia was having to latch, she was having with the man bottle because it's shaped just like a human nipple. But these are honestly great bottles for anyone that is breastfeeding. Both the Dr. Brown's and the man bottles are anti-colic. So they all have like little pieces inside of them that help protect your baby from getting too much air in. My little munchkin woke up, so I think we're gonna be doing this video a little bit different than expected. She's trying to move the camera. Amelia's trying to grab the tripod from within her playpen. Another item I would certainly recommend to every mother out there is a bottle sterilizer / cleaner. I actually had a bottle sterilizer myself, but now that I've had Amelia and I can look back in retrospect, I wish I would have had a sterilizer / cleaner just because I spent so much time cleaning the bottles, cleaning the pump parts, that honestly a sterilizer / cleaner would have saved me so much time, so much energy. It would have been amazing. Even if you don't think you need it, I'm telling you, you're gonna love it. I would recommend trying to find them on Facebook Marketplace. If not, just wash bottles like I did. It is what it is. It's just not a fun experience. By the way, if you're new here, I'm Adriana. I make honest, real mom videos about baby products, postpartum, and mom life. If that's your thing, subscribe and join us. The next item you will need if you are formula feeding or if you are pumping is a pitcher. We actually use a blender bottle to mix Amelia's formula. Honestly, this thing is just so much better. We did originally have the Dr. Brown's formula pitcher, but honestly, that thing chipped so easily. We found a lot of microplastics on the spin bit that goes in the middle. So I just got rid of it. I tossed it away and we just switched to the blender bottle ever since. A pro tip is don't use the metal ball that comes in it. All that metal ball is going to do is create more microplastics because it's literally being shaken around over and over again inside a plastic container. However, if you just use the milk and the bottle, you'll still be able to shake it up fine. Trust me, you'll be fine. There's no lumps in here. You're good. Okay, let me show you something. This is what everyone and their mother is going to tell you to get. Gonna tell you that you need. This is gonna be amazing, right? You just put it over and they just burp and they spit up. It's great, right? Now, this thing, it's great now that Amelia's older, but we rarely used it when she was little because this doesn't really cover any of her spit up. She spit up everywhere, like everywhere there was spit up. So this is what I actually recommend. Get yourself a swaddle blanket and just put that over your shoulder and put the baby on there and then you're covered. You're literally covered. 360. Well, it's not 360, but it's good enough, okay? You can't be 360 unless you wear a poncho. But seriously, this is gonna be a lot better than you having this little towel there. Trust me, this is not gonna do anything for you. It's great now because she doesn't spit up as much, but when she actually used to, you know, every time she'd burp, every time she'd do, like, drink her bottle, she would spit up like a good amount of milk, a very good amount of milk. This doesn't do the job. I would use this on one of her spit ups and it would be drenched. It was done. It was done for. Now on to bibs. Now I'm sure you know you need bibs, but do you know how many bibs you need? Because you need like 20 bibs. I'm not even kidding. You need bibs on bibs on bibs. That's all they're gonna be in. All these influencers that are posting pictures of their babies without bibs, that's because they were taking a picture. They took the bib off the baby. Trust me, that baby is wearing a bib when they're in their household. I'm just telling you, babies just spit up, they drool, they get wet here, and then when they get wet here, if they're not dry, they will get a rash. It's just good to always have a bib on them almost every time they're awake. Now, if you want to see one of my favorite bibs, these 360 ones have definitely got to be my favorite. Muslin bibs are honestly the nicest material because they absorb really quickly and they dry really quickly. This was another type that I experimented with. These are really nice and they were actually reversible. I made a big mistake of double bibbing Amelia when I was feeding her solids. I would put this bib underneath her silicone bib to try to reduce it getting on her chest because I noticed she was breaking out. But all this did was get the food onto this and silicone bib and still her chest. So it doesn't matter. Just put a silicone bib eating solids. It's just, they're really sensitive. They're babies. So their skin breaks out really easily. At least mine does. These are the most recent ones I've bought. So I made an effort to not give her solids when she's wearing this. I always take it off before I give her solids. Another nice thing to have if your baby takes a pacifier are pacifier clips. I found these really cute ones on Amazon. I also got these ma'am ones, but honestly, I don't recommend. Look how long that is. That's just to clip it on. Like, compare this to that. Come on now. The reason I recommend the ma'am pacifiers over any other pacifiers are because they're made with your baby's oral development in mind. If you take a look at the ma'am pacifiers, they actually look like they would be comfortable to have inside your mouth, like your mouth. Why? Because they're thin where your teeth are, versus the other ones are bulgy where your teeth are, which what's that gonna do? It's gonna cause buck teeth. And you have to have your mouth almost like completely, think about it, it's like having a straw there. So unless you have your mouth almost completely open, you're gonna have to develop buck teeth to be able to fit that straw between your teeth the entire time. I swear by the ma'am pacifiers, they are my holy grail. We have been using them since Amelia was born. They're growing their nails inside that little belly of yours. So they have really long nails when they come out, and it's best to trim them. If not, they're gonna slice you and themselves. I actually got the electric one. Honestly, I don't trust myself with a regular nail clipper. I just don't. I really don't. She moves way too much. Even when I use the electric nail trimmer, she's wiggling her way the entire time. So if I used an actual nail clipper, I just see bad things happening. I don't see it going very well. I really don't. It does take longer to do it with the nail trimmer because you're sitting there trying to like saw it off essentially. It's just not painful for them. I'll show you. It doesn't do anything to the skin. It really doesn't. Actually kind of tickles. It feels good to be honest. Like a little scratch. It feels real good. And make sure to actually pay attention to what colors you're using because this is what's going to make a difference on what pain they feel. Because there is a metal one in here, but as you can tell, this metal one is not meant for babies. This metal one is meant for you. As for diaper bags, I personally have the Itsy Ritzy bag. It is the best. I'll show you in here. It has its own little portable changing mat, so you don't have to worry about being stuck somewhere that's gross. It's got a pocket here, an insulated pocket, another insulated pocket, and then it's got a pocket here, because technically you can put something in here and it's fine. And then it's got a pocket here, right? A little zipper pocket with its own little keychain thing, by the way. And then it's got this pocket in here that's kind of like got a drawstring so you can attach things in there. And then it's got this pocket, this pocket, this pocket, this pocket, this pocket, this pocket, this pocket. How many pockets was that? 12 freaking pockets. This thing is amazing. When you're a mom, you don't want to be digging into a Mary Poppins bag and hope that you get what you need. When I do Amelia's diaper changes and I'm on the go, it's the easiest thing ever because I know exactly where to reach to get exactly what I need. The next thing I actually always keep in my bag is called the Frida 3-in-1 picker. You see those little things there? That means this one is to pick her nails and this one is to pick her body. One is an ear and one is a nose. So this definitely helps to pick her little ear boogies, to pick her little nose boogies. If you don't have nails, this one's a good one for you. I don't really use it that much now because she's big enough to where my finger is fine to reach in there. But when she was little, I definitely needed it and I will probably need it in the future to use it to get gunk out of her nails because I'm sure this girl's gonna be in the dirt all the time because that's what kids do. That's what toddlers do. They like playing in the dirt. I also definitely recommend the Nose Frida. This thing makes taking snot out so much easier and it's got a filter in there. So everyone needs to chill out. You see? How could it get through? There's a filter. Come on now. This is a cheap and effective method of doing it. I've seen there's like nasal aspirators and all that stuff. They're really expensive and honestly, this does the job. So do you really need the other fancy stuff? I mean, I don't have it and I don't need it. So there's your answer. I just put Amelia down for the night, so now we can get back onto the video. An item that can go easily missed are mittens. If you're having a winter baby, I especially recommend these. Honestly, when you're freshly postpartum and barely have had any sleep, it's nice to not have to worry about filing their nails down so much, especially when their wake windows aren't that big. They're sleeping every hour, waking up every hour, you're feeding them every hour. It's just, you're doing a lot. So much that your brain cannot function to do anything else besides feed and change diapers and smile at your baby. That's the only 3 things you'll be doing for the first 2 weeks. And then after that, that's when you'll finally grab your bearings. And that's when you'll start trying to do the nails, do hair, maybe brush their teeth. I don't know. I say brush their teeth at 2 weeks. That sounds nuts. But you know what I mean? You'll start doing more actual baby stuff. This item I actually got from one of Jessica Braun's videos. So she mentions a wet dry bag. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of this before, but it is literally such a game changer. And if I didn't hear of this advice from her, I would have been screwed because no one else has given me this advice. A wet dry bag is a bag you put inside your diaper bag that you can use to to store essentially a dirty diaper if you don't have a bin to throw it away. Or you can store your dirty clothes. When your baby has had a blowout and you just have brand new clothes they've only worn once and they literally have a blowout in them. You can hang it on your stroller, you can put it in your diaper bag, but whatever you do, you know that it's safe and concealed. You know that it's not gonna freaking smear everywhere, get everywhere. I can't imagine the amount of outfits I would have ended up throwing away if no one gave me this advice. You can attach the bag to your stroller, you can put it in your diaper bag, you can do whatever you need to do to dispose of that diaper. And then when you get home, all you have to do is take the clothes out and you can turn the bag itself inside out and just pop it in the laundry and it's good to go. It really doesn't leak or anything like that. I actually love this bag. I swear by it. I've had multiple diapers and multiple clothes in there. Another pro tip. This one's an oldie, but it's always good to remind the new moms just in case, you're not used to it. When you're not a mom, you don't know what it's like to be a mom until you're doing it. So always make sure to pack another outfit in your diaper bag. All the way from 0 to about 4 months, I'd probably carry 2 outfit changes in there just because when they're that little, they have blowouts all the time. They're just pooping all the time. And and for some reason it never stays contained. Now on to sleep essentials. For starters, we'll go with the sleep machine. We actually got the Hatch Rest sound machine, but honestly you don't need it. Any sound machine will work. We actually use the portable Hatch machine a lot more than we use the regular Hatch machine. Whenever I'd leave my house, I would make sure to have the sound machine because that was kind of like her sleep cue. It was like I turn on the sound machine and she knows like, hey, it's time to go to sleep. I use that and the pacifier as sleep cues and the sleep sack. We can probably make a whole video about that if you guys want. Just comment down below. One time I was out and about with Amelia and I literally had her in her stroller with the sound machine on. And I had someone come up to me and be like, what is that? And then when I told them it's a sound machine, they were like, oh, that's not a good idea because then she's not going to be able to sleep without it. And I'm like, we've actually not used a sound machine before and she's still falling asleep. The sound machine is kind of just like a sleep cue. It helps her know that it's time to go to sleep. She doesn't need it, but it does help. Also, it's a lot better when you're out in public because think about it. There's so many noises. It helps kind of mellow everything out. Everything just sounds like one big noise instead of like several different noises or loud spikes. You know what the funny part is? That actually made me so salty. On the car ride home, the entire time, I was just thinking about the things I should have said to her. We live in an era where there are so many devices and so many products. When is there actually going to be a time I don't have a sound machine? Because my phone's a sound machine. You can just download a sound machine app. Your phone's a sound machine. When am I actually going to come across the time that she doesn't have a sound machine? It's not happened yet. It's been 9 months. I get the idea of like, oh, it's gonna encourage them to get used to falling asleep that way, but it's like, they're a baby. They barely know how to fall asleep anyways. Might as well help them get some sleep, you know? Even Harry and I used to use a sleep machine before Amelia was born. It's just nice. It really helps kind of tone everything out. So Harry and I actually weren't planning on swaddling Amelia. We were kind of opposed to it just because it didn't seem like a very comfortable thing to do to a baby. Wouldn't you want to be free when you sleep? But no, we very quickly realized that was not the case. We were not getting any sleep at all. Babies, when they're first born, tend to wake themselves up from their sleep. They jitter, they just twitch, they move, they do a lot of things in their sleep that cause them to wake up. So if you're not swaddled correctly, your baby is just gonna wake up. A swaddle helps them feel like they're in the womb and it helps them feel like a bit of resistance when they move, which will just put them back to sleep. So once we started swaddling her, we immediately noticed the night and day difference. This girl was actually sleeping for once. I don't really recommend the swaddle blankets because they don't have any Velcro. They don't have anything that's gonna lock it in place. So if you get one with Velcro, it'll actually help her not get out of it, which will keep her asleep. I know this sounds crazy, but she is happy that she has gone to sleep. And it's not too tight where she can't breathe or anything like that. You make sure you do a good job when you swaddle her, okay? I really recommend the Swaddle Me, the Halo Swaddle, and the Aiden and Anise swaddles. You're gonna need them and you're gonna be too tired to figure out any other swaddle. I'm telling you. On to feeding and teething. You will definitely need a high chair. I got the 3-in-1 baby trend chair. I ended up needing the high chair a lot sooner than I thought. Amelia was basically told to start solids by her pediatrician at 2 months. She was a really big baby. She's in like the 90th percentile and she was having 8.5-ounce bottles and she was still ravenously hungry after having them. So we were told to introduce baby rice to Amelia so it could fill her tummy a little bit more and she wouldn't be as hungry and wouldn't spit up as much. And honestly, this chair's been great. It really is. It's great to feed her in it. It's great to give her her bottle in it. And eventually it will be a toddler chair. You can even detach the tray and just hose it down in the sink. It's honestly amazing. Her teeth actually came out at 4 months, but she was definitely teething before then because we could tell she was biting everything she could get her hands on. So for that reason, I definitely recommend getting mostly teething toys. When they're this little, all they want is something to chew on. So if you make sure that all the toys you get are chewing friendly, they'll have a great time. They'll have a great time because trust me, all they're gonna do is grab every single thing they can and put it in their mouth and try to chew it. Now on to bathing and clothing. I definitely would have gotten the Angel Care support if we had a bathtub, but since we don't, I actually got a collapsible tub. That way I could bathe Amelia in it. And it worked perfectly great. I got it on Amazon. They actually make different ones now, but honestly, any of the collapsible baby bathtubs will work just fine. They're all really good. The one I got actually had a built-in thermometer, so for the longest time as Amelia was using it, I could just put the water in there and immediately know if it was too hot or not. Honestly, super time saver, lifesaver. Also, when they're really little, focus on just buying onesies. All the other cute outfits are nice to have, but you're not going to be doing that as much when you're sleep deprived because you don't have the time to be changing them out of fancy outfits. You also don't want to stain them or anything like that. So it's just easier to put them in onesies. Like, trust me, honestly, do yourself a favor and let your baby live in onesies when you're freshly postpartum. Those fancy outfits are cute, but they're hard to keep up with. Now on to breastfeeding products. I tried Earth Mama's nipple butter, and honestly, it was amazing. It felt really good, but I will say nothing worked better than the Silverettes. They were amazing. They genuinely helped with the pain that I was going through. I looked crazy with them on because you can see that I'm through any bra, but they were still so nice to have. Like, they really do help pain. So if you're breastfeeding, it's definitely an investment. I think that is worth it. And what's good about it is you can put like breast milk in there, or you can put like a little bit of the Earth's butter in there and then put it on your nips. And that'll really help also heal the wounded process. Another thing that's really nice to have is a passive milk collector. I actually didn't end up using this because I never ended up breastfeeding with Amelia. I strictly pumped because she had lip tie, so it was a double pump. I didn't really have any other boob to put the passive milk collector on, but it's amazing. Like, for other women, I know that it definitely helps you get 3-4 ounces. It helps you get a decent amount of milk without having to like hurt yourself. The way it works is you feed your baby on one boob and you put the passive milk collector on the other one. So as you're feeding, you tend to have a little bit of milk come out on the other boob. You can make it fall into the little passive milk collector, and now you have more milk. Now on to the bigger gear. I definitely recommend having a carrier of some sort. When they're that little, it's gonna be a tough time trying to get anything done without them crying. So if you want to reduce that and want to help you be able to situate your life a little bit better, just get yourself a carrier. Life is better with a carrier, I'm just telling you now. I actually got a Nest Blanche, which is an Artipop dupe. Literally looks the exact same, but it's like a quarter of the price. It's honestly beautiful. I love that thing, and I wish I would have gotten it sooner. I actually originally got the Ergo Baby brace, and it is a nice carrier, but it is meant for smaller babies. Amelia was a big baby like the second she was born, so that carrier didn't last very long. It fit her well, probably for like 4 months, but after the 4 months, she was out of it. It was way too tight, to be entirely honest. The Nest Blanche is perfect. It's perfect. It's been perfect since I bought it. I love that thing. I plan on using it for a long time. I plan on wearing her backpack style. I haven't done it yet, but I want to so bad. If you don't have a baby carrier yet and you have a baby, get one and then just tell me how different your life is, because it will be way different. Another good item is a car seat mirror. It's really easy to forget this, but honestly, when you're driving and you can't see your baby, it's like having a panic attack while you're driving. It's not a fun experience. It really isn't. A car mirror won't stop your baby from crying, but it'll at least give you peace of mind to know that they are safe and that they're not choking or dying or anything like that. So I definitely recommend having a car mirror, especially if you plan on leaving the house by yourself. That's not an easy fate. Good luck to you. An item that I actually forgot to buy before Amelia was born was butt paste and Vaseline. So luckily at the hospital, they actually gave us a tube of Vaseline, which is what I ended up using. And then when I got home, I immediately ordered what I needed. We use Bordeaux's butt paste. We also use petroleum jelly in a tube. You can buy it on Amazon or you can buy it at Walmart. Honestly, they're all the same. As long as you get 100% petroleum jelly, it's the same thing as Vaseline. This butt paste has honestly been amazing since Amelia's been born. We've not had any problems with it. I've used Desitin before, but I hate the smell of Desitin. I hate it. I don't know what it is. Smell makes me want to be sick. It really does. Versus Bordeaux's butt paste, I don't even think it smells like anything. And if it does smell like something, it just smells like clean. Also, for Bordeaux's butt paste, for the longest time I was using the squeeze tubes. I didn't realize they actually sell a tub, and the tub will save you a lot of money because it's a lot cheaper to buy the tub than the tube. I have the tube in my diaper bag, but I keep the tub when we're, here. Those are the baby essentials I swear by. But I want to hear from you. What's one item you can't live without? Drop it in the comments so other moms can see too. If you enjoyed this video, hit like and make sure you subscribe so you don't miss the next one. We're trying to build a fun and supportive place for moms, and I'd love for you to join us. Bye. Show me love. This is all we got. Another item that's really good.